Hello everybody, this is Orko Sinha and today we'll be discussing about how we can use our cWAN device or provider to create multi-tenants. Multi-tenants is a process by which we can create multiple user accounts or multiple tenants. So these tenants can register their own devices and hence they will be individual and won't be connected amongst each other. So that way we can provide multi-tenant setups for different companies or different branches. If we onboard a device on test tenant, it won't be available on cWAN tenant, and so all the device registered in each tenant will be different and won't be accessible in the same one. So to begin with, we'll have to log into this URL that I have here, which is 7080. So we have our provider URL, and with that we put a semicolon as in a colon and then put 7080 to access this tenant. So I'll go right into it in my browser now. So as you can see, I have already logged in, and this is the page that you get when you log in for the first time, except that these all tenants won't be there. So to create a new tenant, you just go to tenants and then you add a new tenant. You can give it your own logo, you can give it your own icon, as well as define a bunch of organization info. So the most important thing is to give it a name. So for this demonstration purpose, we'll name it as tenant demo, and this will be our tenant ID, which will be placing after the URL, which is here, and that way we can access the URL. Like you see here, I have this one already created here, which is cWAN. So just like this, we'll just be putting tenant demo there, and hence we will be able to access it. So the first name, this is where we will be creating the user. So I'll just put my name here, and I'll give email address as well. And we can use a password. For now, I'll set up a simple password. @01, and we'll just copy it, and we can upload an icon here just by clicking on it, and you can select a file from your browser as well as a logo, and then you can, as I was saying before, you can put in country and other details. We won't be needing that for now, and once you are done creating it, it will take a little bit time when it will show that it is in progress. And as you can see, it also shows that 2 out of 3 our processes are done. So we will just give it a couple of minutes, and we can refresh meanwhile to see if it's done or not. As you can see now that the tenant has gotten created, and we can just copy it from here, and we can open up a new tab, and we'll just paste it here. And one way to verify that you are on the tenant that you want to is the name of the tenant will show up. So now I'll just have to put in my password. So now I'll just use my email address, which is what I said before. And here I'll be putting the password which I've already copied. Looks like I got the email address wrong. So if we want to check our email address, we can go back and we can just check our email address, name and other details here. So I'll just copy it and go ahead and paste it here, and I'll paste the password here now, which I have copied, and we'll log in. So as you can see, this gives you a brand new edge controller, and it gives you a brand new provider screen where you will not have any other devices onboarded. and to onboard the device, you can go and follow this process. We have another video for that. You can go ahead and check it out on YouTube. It should be in this playlist as well. So this is the way that we create a tenant, a new tenant for a new customer or whoever we need. All the devices that I have registered in this tenant, if I log in here, as you can see now, I have successfully logged into my cWAN tenant. And if you see here, there's a bunch of devices that I've already onboarded. But if you go ahead and check the tenant that we created right now, tenant demo, the list won't be available here, and it also logged out because I have logged into the other tenant. So that is basically how you create a tenant. And if you want to check here, I can go ahead and log out of here so that I can show you that the devices will not be available on the other tenant that we create. This is again back to our MSP. So tenant, so we'll go ahead and paste in the email address and the password and then log in, and you'll see that no devices are available. So this is a new tenant now, and we can go ahead and use this URL and key to access the tenant as well as register devices on it. So that will be all for today. Thanks for watching.